For my thesis, I designed the musical Hands on a Hardbody for Arizona Repertory Theater here at the University of Arizona. Based on the documentary of the same name, the show is about 10 people who are down on their luck who decide to enter a contest to win a Nissan Hardbody truck. In order to win the contest, they have to keep their hands on the truck the longest, only taking breaks every 6 hours. While working on the show, I came across some difficulties in the way these characters are written and the way I would need to portray them with costumes. The show revolves around the identities of these characters, and they use stereotypes to attack each other, such as race, gender, or class, or hide behind. Because of this, the characters can feel quite cliched or stereotyped, and there's a note in the beginning of the script that specifically states that the characters need to be played as real people and not as satire. As a costume designer, our job is to portray these characters on stage in a way that essentially represents their entire identity before the audience is thrust into the story. To do that, costume designers use visual cues, cliches, and stereotypes. Before the mass production of clothing, people's identities could be easily distinguished by their clothing due to sumptuary laws or clothing specific to different cultures. As appearances became more homogeneous, society turned to the theater to ease their anxiety over not being able to judge someone based on their appearance. Stereotyped costumes made identities on stage instantly recognizable and reinforced relationships between audience members and various minorities. These stereotypes have become diluted or abandoned over time to create the visual cues we recognize as audiences today. In today's politically correct culture, there's been an increase in calling out some of these depictions in costumes, such as the inevitable Halloween costume articles each year, or depictions of various stereotypes in film or television. We need to understand where these cues and cliches come from and the implications of them, evaluating their effects on the identity that they're portraying. We can thoroughly research how real people of various identities dress, rather than defaulting to cliches to boil down their identity to a stereotype.